Well, the roof is closed for comfort as we get set to bring you baseball from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Ought to be a good one here between the Washington Nationals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Harper and Goldie set to slug it out next on MLB Network. Zach Greinke gets the start for Arizona in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Zach Greinke, one of the most complete pitchers in the game of baseball. 4-pitch mix. I don't think anybody commands the fastball as well as Zach Greinke. Up, down, in and out. He can dot the fastball. Good curveball, good change. Has the slider that he'll throw to both righties and lefties. If Zach Greinke brings his A game, he can shut anybody down.
Coming to the plate now, Trey Turner. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Looped out towards short. And one gone. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
Striding in now for the Nats, Bryce Harper. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Bryce Harper was the second out of the opening frame. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss at a ball down. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a good job to lay off the fastball. They're close, but it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
And a big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Here's Matt Adams now. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Souza is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So a good start here for Zach Greinke. And now the Diamondbacks will get their first turn at it. No score. Max Scherzer gets the ball for Washington in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Max Scherzer. Hello, Chief. It's Max, and it's not Agent 99. This is one of the best pitchers in the game of baseball. Upper to mid-90s fastball, powerhouse slider, and a great changeup. If he brings his A game, it's lights out for the opposing team.
Stepping into the box, David Peralta. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Pulled toward right center field. Harper has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. And now here's a look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, you've really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. This guy won the National League Silver Slugger last year. You think about all the first basemen in the league that could swing the bat well and hit home runs, but he was at the top of the heap. I love watching him swing.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks, Daniel Descalso. Here comes the first pitch. Leaves a changeup high for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. Adams has got it, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. A ball and no strikes.
1-0.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Here's Howie Kendrick, career line against Greinke. He's totaled 4 hits in 17 at-bats. Kendrick waiting, now the pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Kendrick makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Outside, 3-0 now. Andrew Stevenson waits on deck. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollard will wait on it. 1 gone.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And let's take a look at David Peralta. Bazooka arm in the outfield. Obviously, he was originally signed as a pitcher. Didn't work out. Reset the battery and came back as a big league outfielder. Impressive.
And now for Washington, Andrew Stevenson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Popped up. Descalso moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. Stepping in, Pedro Severino. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is fouled at the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Missed with a slider. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here now the 2-2. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Now at the plate, Michael Taylor. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. He's set. Here it comes. Late swing at a slider for a strike. The 0-1 on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One left for Washington. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, A.J. Pollock. And he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer.
A.J. Pollock.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Here's a strike. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the curly W on D. And let's take a look at Michael Taylor. The ability again to play center field, both corners, to go get the balls in both gaps and have a strong arm.
Now to the plate, Steven Souza. First pitch coming, here it is. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Well, if you can throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Good curveball, strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. Past battles with Scherzer, comes in with 6 hits in 16 tries. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Scherzer's ready. Here it is on 0-2. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So here now's the pitcher, Max Scherzer. 9-1-2 due up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Popped him up. Here comes Souza. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-0 home. Bouncer up the middle. Owens has it. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
So frustrating, Hero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
He's set and the pitch. Pitch outside, the throw.
Ball.
And he's safe. Here it comes, 1-0. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Now the 1-1 pitch. Runner's on his way to third. That's a strike. The throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
2-2.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Took something off there, but this is hit well anyway, out to deep center. Back goes Pollock, still going back, and it's gone. A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper, and the Nationals move out in front here 2-0.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
In now is Anthony Rendon, and he fouls this one off. A base hit in his first trip. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a soft liner, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Right back at the mound, and that's through for a hit.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
In now, Howie Kendrick. And he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A throw behind the runner at second, and the runner will get back standing. Rendon at second. Adams is over at first with 1 away. And he'll turn and throw back to second again, keeping particularly close tabs on him. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. The 1-1. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Souza is under it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. The relay, and he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with 2 men gone. And he is out on the tag. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's 2-0 Washington. Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And he hung a curveball that time that stayed high.
1-1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Now a swing and a ground ball for the second baseman, Kendrick. Scooped up, on to first with it is Kendrick, and it's in plenty of time for the first out.
Batting 8, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ketel Marte. He'll swing it from the left side right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Stevenson has a beat on it. 2 gone.
Batting 9th, pitcher, Zach Greinke.
Up next for Arizona, Zach Greinke. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. No balls and a strike to count. Scherzer into the windup. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He's behind the big curveball. Here comes Scherzer on 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They're still down. It's 2-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Andrew Stevenson.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled away.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Line toward the gap in left center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Around second now and headed for third. And he is in there.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
Hit high and deep to right center. Pollock giving chase. And he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. And the runner from third crosses the plate.
Great job of offensive execution there. Leadoff triple and then the sac fly to bring home a run.
Striding in once again, Michael Taylor. Base is empty and one away following the sac fly. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Taylor, a 27-year-old. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Hit down the third baseline. And this will get by Descalso down the line. It's a fair ball. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
The pitcher, number 30.
The pitcher's got to be smarter right there. He blew that fastball right by him, and then he did him a favor by speeding up his bat with a changeup. Nice execution to keep your hands back by the batter.
Stepping in now, Max Scherzer. And a good decision there to sweep this away in foul territory and make him try it again. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And the runner back in standing. Good lead off the second there. Now the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pollock is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see the top 2 pitch velocities here. 96 on one hand versus a still respectable 92 on the other. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a check swing here. Did he go around? No, says third base umpire Clyde Washington. It's ball 1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Marte gloves it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Nationals 3 and the Diamondbacks 0. Ready for another chance. David Peralta back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Daniel Descalso. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 0-1 count and the pitch. Sliders in for a strike.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and nearly into the hit column in a big way. Instead, it's a foul ball. Got him on the good slider there, swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Diamondbacks down in order, still down 3-0. In now is Anthony Rendon. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air to center field. Owings over to his left. He's got it 1 away.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Here's Matt Adams now. First pitch coming, here it is. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-1. And right into the shift. This will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. A wind up and the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Man, that is the cardinal sin for any pitcher, and you never expect a guy of this caliber to make that mistake. Have the hitter down 0-2 and let him off the hook by plunking him. He'll be talking to himself about that one.
Kendrick waiting, now the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3 on a nice dig at first, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, A.J. Pollock comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. A.J. Pollock sent packing to start the bottom of the 5th.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And a bobble out there by Kendrick. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
That's shortstop, number 16, Chris Owings.
Here's Chris Owings now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Stevenson coasts under it. And that's the second out of the inning. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. In there, and it's 0-1. Souza is off at first with 2 away. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-roll, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. Here comes the 0-1. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Action now in the Arizona bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. 2-2 the count. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Diamondbacks strand a pair. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in and looking for more, Andrew Stevenson.
Left fielder, Andrew Stevenson.
First pitch of the at-bat. Liner toward right center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. 0-0 heater gets turned around.
Pedro Severino digs in at the plate. So take a look at the pitch, too low. It's ball 1.
1-0.
3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Hit out towards second. A tag for 1. On to Goldschmidt, a double play.
Center fielder number 3. Michael.
Digging in once again, Michael Taylor, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball 1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Pollard is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Nationals go quietly, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Gerard Dyson is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Right over the middle, knee high. Past battles with Scherzer, he's totaled 4 hits in 19 tries. Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Now another 1-2. Popped him up. Adams will pull this one in over near the first base dugout for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, David Peralta.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, David Peralta. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. Harper back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman, Daniel Descalso.
Ready for another chance. Daniel Descalso. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one? That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. 2-0 now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
3-1. Descalzo, the runner at first with 2 gone. And no messing with Goldschmidt there as he'll take first on ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Hit on the ground to third, and that is through into left field, a base hit. The tag, and he is out. Diamondbacks strand a pair. They trail in this one 3-0. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. Nationals on top in this one as we get ready for the 7th. But first, let's check out the game summary to see how we got here. Fernando Salas is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Ready once again, Max Scherzer. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Leading off for the Nationals.
From the stretch.
Max Scherzer.
Way in front of that fastball. Hits this one hard the other way. And that is through into right, and not what you want to do on the mound as he allows the opposing pitcher to reach to lead off the inning.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a diving effort, but this will just tip off his glove, and that's a base hit. Bryce Harper will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Now a pickoff play at second, just keeping him close. Hard hit ball to second. Marte fields it cleanly on to first, and that takes care of Harper as well. It's a double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Into the box, Anthony Rendon. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
The 1-1 home. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Souza is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out of potential trouble. Nationals leave 1, but they lead it 3-0. Striding in once again, Steven Souza, a hit in 2 tries so far.
even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now. Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Steven Souza is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Arizona. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
To 2-2 now. The 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. Here now the 2-2. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning.
Number 5.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
And a curveball here. Good pitch, but a better take, and it's the 2-1 now. Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Stevenson giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. 0-1 the count. Avila stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a line drive. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We'll come right back with more from Chase Field following this. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jorge De La Rosa will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Nick Ahmed is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Down the first baseline. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. The pitcher can't be too mad.
Here's Howie Kendrick, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
0-1.
In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Kendrick waiting. Now the pitch. To third. He's got it. To second for 1. On to first. And would you believe it? The 5th double play they've hit into so far. Wow. 2 gone.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Into the box now, Andrew Stevenson.
1 ball, no
He'll
strikes.
take a look at ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. One 1-0 pitch on the way. High pop up. Descalzo is there. And that retires the side. Nothing doing for Washington. They lead it 3-0. Striding in, Nick Ahmed. He leads off their half of the eighth, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit toward the right side. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, David Peralta. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Liner toward right center. Oh, and he misses it. Ahmed ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. He will score as they now trail by only 2.
Wow, that error has got to really sting. Anytime a run scores because of an error, it eats at you, but especially when he comes around from first, he wasn't even in scoring position when the play started.
Ready for another shot now, Daniel Descalso. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2. Hard hit at third. Rendon has it. And that's the second out.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
Standing in now, A.J. Pollock as he rips it on the ground to second. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, 1 error, and no one left. We've played 8 full. Washington leads this one 3-2. Pedro Severino digs in at the plate. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The 1-0. Hit on the ground to third. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So it's a leadoff single that kicks off their half of the ninth. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Taylor. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
The 1-0 home. He's running in there. Now the throw.
No.
Not in time. He's in there at second. Severino leads off second with nobody out. Ready on 1 and 2. Got him swinging on the split fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
The pitcher, number 31, Max Scherzer.
Ryan Zimmerman will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 11, Ryan Zimmerman.
Now a spin and a throwback to second. Runner back standing. Wilmer Depot will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Runner breaks for third. Strike called. Now to throw down. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily. The 0-1 on its way. And that one stayed too low apparently. The 1-1. Oh, a little looper over short, and it's going to get in there for a base hit. And that could be a big insurance run here as that pushes the lead to 2 here in the top of the 9th.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pitch inside the throw. 1-2. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitch outside the throw. And now he's tagged out, trying to scramble back to second. 2 out, nobody on. Hit in the air to shallow center. On the move is Pollock. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. Nationals on top, 4-2. Wilmer Depot will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Ryan Madsen enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th. So striding forward now, Steven Souza. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Matt Wieters is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate. And that's in there for strike 1.
Now catching, number 32, Matt Wieters.
The 0-2 pitch. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. And there are the final numbers for the Washington starter. He was great all night long. Here's Chris Owings now. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. Nothing in 1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. Bases are empty. 1 man out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
Lazy fly ball out to center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, catcher, Alex.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Alex Avila. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Max Scherzer in line for the victory, barring a late collapse here. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Arizona down to its last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
4-2 the final score tonight. Washington led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Max Scherzer gets the W on the mound. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.